Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we have a really exciting video. We're going to be talking through all of my top picks for runners for the Gymshark Black Friday sale. I have already done a video a few days ago for gym wear and for the gym girls, but I thought I would do a separate one for runners just because I feel like what I like for running is different than what I like for the gym. Just because I like it for one activity, it doesn't mean I feel the same way about it for another. So I thought I'd just do two separate videos to make it really easy for you. So go check that video out if you are looking for more gym specific recommendations. But let's run through some of the key information again before we get started on my top picks. So the sale is starting on the 16th of November, which is a Sunday at 4 p.m. GMT, and I'll write the other time zones down below for you. This is one of Gymshark's biggest sales of the year. There's going to be up to 50% off, and you can use my code TORIFIT10 for an extra 10% off on top, so don't forget to use that. And if you do, send me a screenshot of your order confirmation over on my Instagram, and that will enter you into a giveaway to win one of 3 Gymshark gift cards. Last year I just did 1 gift card, but this year I'm doing 3 to give back to more of you and just to thank you for all of the support you've shown me during this year. The winners will be selected randomly at the end of the sale, and the gift cards will be issued in your store, so wherever you are in the world, I can make that happen. One of my top tips for the sale is to make sure you've downloaded the Gymshark app before the sale starts, create an account and add everything you want into your basket. Your basket won't be wiped when the sale starts, so that is going to be the quickest way to check out and make sure you get everything you want. You don't know how long the sale is going to be lasting, so I would do it ASAP when the sale starts to make sure you aren't disappointed and you get everything you want. Okay, now let's go through some of my recommendations. So we're actually going to start on accessories just really quickly as they are on top here. So firstly is the Gymshark running belt. I feel like this isn't talked about enough, but I wear this every week on my runs. I've tried a lot of running belts and this is by far my favorite. So it's quite a thin, small, lightweight running belt, but it's not as thin as some of the others, which means you can get your phone in it, plus gels, plus tissues, maybe even a few sweets, a key as well. So it is small, but it is going to be enough to put everything you need in it. It just has a buckle on the back which can be adjusted, and I find this stays in place really well. But one thing I like about it the most is that it doesn't actually have zips for the pockets. It just has like a flap, like an elasticated flap that folds over, which means getting things out when you are running is so much easier. So yeah, definitely recommend getting this belt. I think I wear the small to medium, but they do also do medium to large. And the only other thing I wanted to show you was the fleece headband. As we are heading into winter, at least in the UK, this is going to be my absolute staple. I wore this for so many runs last year. It's really warm, really thick, just a really good comfortable headband as well. It does have a hole that you can put your ponytail through as well, which is great. I can't stand when you go to put your headband on and it goes right over the top of where you put your ponytail. So this, having that little hole in there, is really good. Just has a Gymshark logo on the front, and I do think actually it's reflective as well. Okay, now starting with the sports bra. So I do have probably like 4 or 5 recommendations from each category: sports bra, shorts, leggings, tops and jackets to show you. But before we start, what I will say is that the colours I show you may not be the colour that is available in your store. These are only the colours that I've got, but I know for a fact that some of these colours aren't available in the UK, or they might be available in the UK but not in the US, or vice versa. So just look at it as the item and the piece I'm showing you rather than the exact colourway. Okay, starting with bras. This is probably my most worn bra out of every Gymshark bra I have. This is the double up bra. So as you can see, it has 2 layers, which I think just gives it a really good level of support without being too full coverage. I find that bras that have a lot of coverage tend to make me quite warm, where this has a minimal coverage but has a good support because it does have the double layer. And then it does also have 2 straps with the adjustments that can be made, so you can make it fit you perfectly. In terms of the material, it is more of a silky, buttery, soft kind of feel, so really comfortable against your skin, really good for long runs. And then the elasticated band around the bottom is also really comfortable, and I don't find it rubs. For sizing for this, I think I would say stay true to size unless you are in between and size up, but generally I find this bra fits really well. So the next bra I have to show you is the Adapt Animal bra, and if you've watched my gym wear recommendation video, you will know I go on and on about the Adapt Animal collection for the gym. I just think it's amazing, but it's also pretty good for running. So their bra, it's a thicker material which makes it a bit more compressive, but also means it's more supportive. I wouldn't say it's too restrictive though, because it does have a lot of stretch to it. Again, it has the 2 straps. They are quite thin, but it does have the adjustments on your back, and I just love the cutout design. I just think that makes it so much more breathable. So again, it's not too full coverage, but it is giving you a lot of support. And for sizing for this, again, stay true to size unless you are in between and size up. So the next bra I have is the Ruche loose strappy bra, but I think they also do just a ruched bra without having the like extra little straps. Basically the same. I have both of them. They feel exactly the same. Again, another staple bra I wear all the time for running. This one isn't as supportive. I just find it so comfortable. It has that silky feel material, and then on the back it has a mesh paneling, so again it keeps you really cool and breathable. In these colder months when you are putting lots of layers on, it's really good having something that's breathable like this, so you don't end up getting too hot. The only downside to the strappy one is that it has no adjustments on the straps. I do find it fits true to size. The ruched sports bra does have adjustments. It's just the extra strappy one that doesn't. And then the last bra I wanted to show you was the Vital V-neck bra. Again, another bra I don't see many people talking about, but for running it is really good. You'll hear me talking about the Vital collection a lot as we go through these pieces. I think it's one of the best Gymshark collections for running. Yeah, so this is the Vital V-neck. It has a bit more of a higher coverage, and the material is different than what I've shown you before. So rather than it being silky, it's more soft and like knitted. This band underneath is quite compressive, but still stretchy, so not too restrictive. I find that that gives you a lot of support, and the straps again are adjustable, which is great, and you can actually remove them or cross them over, and I find that if you cross them over they give you even more support. And for sizing for this, again, stay true to size unless you are in between, and then size up. Okay, next, moving on to shorts. I know we are moving into winter here in the UK, but I still will be wearing shorts as much as possible. I much prefer to layer on the top half of my body than on the bottom half, so I do have a few of the tight pairs of shorts and then a few of the loose pairs. So I think starting with an absolute staple, these are the training loose fit shorts. And I don't believe they have this colorway anymore, but they do have different colors across regions, so you have to check your store. But these are the most lightweight, breathable, loose shorts you will probably find, and they are really reasonable price. They also have a gel lining on the elasticated waistband, which I find when you put it against your skin stays in place really well and it doesn't move around, which is so important for running. I also really like the coverage of these. I feel like lots of loose shorts these days for running are super short, where these do have a really nice coverage. And I think for sizing, I would say stay true to size unless you are in between, and I probably would size down. I wear a small, and I definitely think I could wear an extra small as well, so size down if you are in between. Okay, next up we have the running 2-in-1 shorts. So I love a 2-in-1 short. I just think they look really flattering, but then you do have that support and security of the undershort as well. So these are the newer 2-in-1 shorts. The material around the waistband is really soft but stretchy. It stays in place well, but it's also not overly compressive, so you still feel like you can breathe really well on those harder runs. The outer material is similar to the training loose short. It's just very lightweight and breathable, and then the short underneath has a very silky feel. And the best part about it has a pocket as well, which is perfect for gels. These are my absolute favorite 2-in-1 shorts across all brand. I just think they're so comfortable. The undershort rides up a tiny bit, but not much, so I don't get any chafing in these. They just have a tonal Gymshark logo on the back, and then also really small on the side of the short, and they have lots of colors in these. But for sizing, I would say stay true to size as much as possible. Size up or size down depending on how you want it to fit. If you want it to be a bit looser, then size up. If you want it to be a bit more supportive, then size down. I just think these fit so well. Okay, now moving on to tight shorts. So starting off with the Legacy logo tight shorts. These are some of my absolute favorites, and I've worn these for years. These have a little like toggle or draw cord on the thighs, so as you pull them and tighten them, I feel like it really cements on your legs and doesn't ride up, which is great for a tight short. The feel of these is similar to the undershort of the 2-in-1, so it's like a silky, buttery, soft kind of feeling, really stretchy as well, and not as compressive as some of the other collections that you would probably wear in the gym, like Adapt Animal or Vital. They have a really high waistband, and then on the back they have the Gymshark Legacy logo with the 2 seams going down into the V, so it kind of separates your glutes without having that scrunch, so it still makes them flattering. Again, stay true to size as much as possible in these. Last thing to note, they do have other colours if you're not too keen on the patterns. Another silky tight running short that I absolutely love is the pocket short. So the main feature being the pockets. I actually wore these for my half marathon. The best thing about these is that they do not budge on your thighs. They don't ride up at all. I did my whole half marathon and they stayed in exactly the same position. I think it's because they are slightly longer. Like, I wouldn't say they're cycling length, but they're also not short. It's still got a high waistband. It's supportive but not overly compressive. As you can see, it's got lots of stretch in it as well, so really comfortable for those longer distances. I wouldn't say that these are the most flattering shorts, but I do think for running you are looking more for like the practical element and like functionality rather than how they look. And the last pair I wanted to show you was the Adapt Animal. So if you do love the Adapt Animal for the gym, you probably will love it for running as well. These are a thicker, more knitted material, so they are more compressive than the other collections I have shown you. But some people like that because they feel like it holds you in really well. Again, they have a bit of extra length, so they mold your body really well and stay in place. The waistband is a double thickness waistband, so it does definitely suck you in. It does also have the scrunch bum. Some people like having that for running and some people don't, so it is a personal preference. But if you are looking for more support and compression, these are a really good option. And for sizing these, I think I would say stay true to size or size up if you are in between, because they are quite tight. Okay, next up we have 4 pairs of leggings. So starting with the everyday seamless leggings, which I don't see many people talking about for running. I absolutely love the feel of these. They are more like a second skin, so they're quite a fine material, super stretchy, and a legging that basically when they're on, you don't notice that on. They are that comfortable. They have a double thickness ribbed waistband, so it stays in place really well, and it has really subtle contouring under the glutes, so it kind of gives your glutes that lifted effect without having a scrunch or any like obvious contouring. I think I love these so much because they stay in place so well and they're so stretchy. Again, another really good pair for long runs just because they are so comfortable. Stay true to size unless you are in between, then size up. I know some people say that some of the colours are a little sheer. I haven't had any problems with that, so if you are worried about that, I probably would size up so you have some extra material. Okay, next up we have the Whitney leggings. These are another really good pair for running because again, they don't fall down and don't budge. I think it's because of that double seam that goes around the waist, just seems to hold it in place really well. So the seams run around the back into that V and into like a really subtle scrunch. I feel like it looks more intense here than it does when they're actually on, but the feel of these are really silky soft, kind of buttery. They're definitely a legging that slides on really easily. Really high-waisted again and quite stretchy. Stay true to size as much as possible or size up if you are in between. Okay, now for 2 of my more compressive supportive leggings. So again, we have the Adapt Animal, exactly the same as the shorts, that thicker knitted stretchy material, the double thickness ribbed waistband with the scrunch on the glutes. They are quite compressive around the waist, but I think that does help holding them up. And because they are thicker, this is another good pair for winter running, just to help keep you a little bit warmer. For sizing, stay true to size unless you are in between, then size up because of that compression. Then the last pair to show you is the Vital seamless leggings. So the black pair of these are probably my absolute staple legging for running in winter. Similar to the Adapt Animal, they have a thicker material, so they are going to be much warmer. The waistband is very thick, so really holds you in nicely and doesn't fall down, which is great. But it also does have this breathable material as well, so you don't get overly hot. There's no scrunch on these, but it does have that single seam on the glutes to help separate them a little bit more, so they still look really flattering. And I think the last thing to note for the Vital seamless is that they do have different lengths in these, so they have a short, a regular and a tall. I think if you're under 5'3", go for the short. I wear a regular and I'm 5'5" to 5'6", and then if you're over 5'8", I think I would go for the long. Sizing, stay true to size or size up if you are in between. Okay, just to finish this video with some tops and jackets. So starting off with one of my favorite tanks. I know we are going into winter right now, but these are still really good for layering underneath. So this is the Everyday Seamless tight fit tank. So it's like a racer style tank, same material as the leggings, so it's really stretchy, really second skin feeling. What I like most about this is that it is tight fitting, but it's not overly compressive, so you still feel that you can breathe really hard. Yeah, not much else to say about this. It's just a staple for summer running and for layering in winter. And in terms of the length, it does sit like over your hips, so it's not too cropped, which is what I like as well. I think for sizing, I would say stay true to size or size down if you are in between, just because it has a lot of stretch. Okay, the next top I have to show you is the back vent top. So they have different styles in these. They have long sleeves, they have tanks, and they have the t-shirt version. These are very silky feeling, breathable. Can you see how it has the mesh paneling on the back as well as the cutout? Obviously that's why it's called the back vent top. These just fit so nicely. They have more of a women's fit, so they're kind of pulled in at the waist and go out at the hips. So they just sit really nicely on your body. It's not too tight again. Another piece that's really good for layering. I do also think that the logos are reflective on these. They have one on the front and then one under the vent on the back. And I think for sizing for these, stay true to size or size down. I actually ended up sizing down in the back vent tops to an extra small, just so they fit a bit tighter on my body. Another good option for running at this time of year is the base layers. Gymshark have actually restocked these recently and they do tend to sell out quite fast. So if you want one of these, grab it ASAP in the Black Friday sale. Another silky feeling top that's quite fine. It has a little bit of stretch to it, but not too much. Yeah, I think you just can't really go wrong with these tops. Perfect for layering, and for sizing, I think I would say stay true to size or size down if you are in between. And then a few warmer layers. So I have the Vital seamless long sleeve top here. Very similar to the leggings in terms of that knitted, slightly thicker material that's going to be a bit more compressive. So these act as a really good base layer in the colder months. It's quite long as well. It goes goes right over your hips, so it's going to be great for keeping you warm. And the sleeves do actually have the thumb holes as well, so just keeping your wrists and hands a bit warmer when you are out on those colder runs. They have so many colours in the Vital Seamless as well, which makes it so easy to pair and match with other pieces in your collection. And for sizing these, I think I would say stay true to size, or actually size down if you are in between, especially if you are looking for more of a base layer and a tight fit top. I've actually got two more Vital pieces to show you. So firstly, the Vital track top. So I know lots of people talk about the Vital midi jacket, which is like the cropped version. I actually love the track top. It has a tighter band along the bottom, which stays in place really well over your hips and doesn't ride up, which of course makes it perfect for running. It does have the thumb holes again, and the material of this one I think is slightly finer and more stretchy, so it's really like movable, not too restrictive when you are running. I've got the black, but they do have different colors as well, and they just have a really nice ribbing detail around your sides, around your waist, just to help cinch it in and be a bit more tight fitting. And for sizing for this, again, I would say stay true to size or size up if you are in between, because it is that Vital material, it is going to be a bit more compressive. Then the other Vital piece to show you is the new Vital warm jacket. So Gymshark did recently come out with a Vital warm collection in tops and leggings, very similar to Vital Seamless, but it's even thicker and softer, so I think great for this time of year. So this is the jacket, which is slightly cropped, but it sits probably just over your waist, probably where your leggings or shorts would meet. But I do actually think I prefer the feel of this one to the standard Vital Seamless one. So soft and stretchy, really comfortable, and it just feels so cozy as well. A little close up of the material, so it has like a ribbed kind of material. It does have the thumb holes as well, with a little bit of extra material, which is great just to come a bit further down your hands, so your wrists and hands aren't going to get too cold. And again, sizing for this, stay true to size or size up if you're in between. And then the last thing I have to show you is another jacket. So this is the Apex Seamless quarter zip pullover. I absolutely love quarter zips for running. This one feels very different than the other jackets I've shown you. The material is a lot finer, more silky feeling, and really stretchy. So again, it kind of has that second skin feeling. I absolutely love the contouring detailing on here, around the front, going round the waist as well. Just makes you look really like cinched in, which is nice. And then on the back around the waist, it does have like extra ribbing. So again, that's going to hold you in really nicely. This is still going to keep you warm, but you aren't going to be as hot as wearing the Vital, so another good option for autumn and spring. And I think that is everything I've had to show you. I hope you found this helpful in running through some of the running recommendations I have and pieces that I wear all the time, especially as we move into the colder months. Comment down below or drop me a message over on Instagram if you have any more questions about sizing. I will make sure to put all the links for these pieces down below. Don't forget, the sale starts on the 16th of November at 4 PM GMT. It's one of Gymshark's biggest sales of the year, so definitely be quick if you are looking to grab anything. And don't forget, you can use my code TORIFIT10 for an extra 10% off on top of the sale price, and you can enter my giveaway by using it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back with another video very soon.